Alright guys, what's going on YouTube? Back at you with another video. This is gonna be, I'm not gonna call it a rant video, but man, it's gotten ridiculous. There's so much, one of my new favorite words by the way, goofy, gooftivity, goofy goober. Man, I love the guys in the community, man. Love them niggas. But, bro, there is cinnamon toast crunch flavored bacon. There's, I guess at the fair, it's like a chicken sandwich, but they have like, the cereal brand, like Captain Crunch or whatever, and then with like flaming hot Cheetos like in the bun too. And I'm like, geez, bro, like. But the thing is, people they'll get excited, the dopamine. Oh, I want to try that. I'm like, no, like we have to lock it. Like it's funny, but it's also not funny because it's literal poison. But it's normal to eat. Like, oh, I'm a foodie. Like, oh my god. And that's the thing too. You have a lot of foodies that want put on muscle, get lean. You can't. That's what people don't understand is, and it took me a while to get to those two identities. You can't to get lean. You have to. There's no balance. There's no moderation. Everything you do is to the extreme. You know, you gotta do extra things. So you're extraordinary to ordinary people. Literally. That stuff is not, you can't do it in moderation because you can't track your steps in moderation. You can't hit your protein go 5 days and then the other two fuck around. It's got to be every day. But see, when you recognize that, that's what's holding us back. You want to appease the old identity, but you also want this new identity. That's why like you can't have both. You have to ultimately pick a side because for me, the peace and clarity comes from okay, I know what side I picked. I know what side I'm on. I'm gonna get lean. We're gonna see this through because this is the normal. This is my identity. So when you're not fighting with the old one, like don't get me wrong, it's still gonna pop up very occasionally. Like today at work, everyone's they have like these the goofy chip bags, the ones at Walmart, like the party mix bags are like 40 or whatever. And I'm like, I'm hungry. But then I'm like, oh mine, I was like, no, like I wait to get home, eat the same meals, boom, boom, boom. Because see, that's the thing. And that's what's okay. It's okay if you think these things, you just can't act on them. If you, oh, those gummy worms, oh, I want some sugar right now because you're hungry. Okay, but then still eat your ground beef and the foods that you said you were gonna eat. Just still do the correct things. Because ultimately, that's what delayed gratification is about. It's just doing the difficult things, regardless of how we feel. You might not want to wake up at 5 and work out, but you said you would do it, so and you're someone that keeps commitments to yourself, so that's why you have to do it. See, for me, it makes so much sense, but with this awareness of non-negotiables is keep committing to yourself. It's the first thing I decided to do. That's why. Well, I'm already lean. I don't stress about that anymore. I mean, it's because I'm already doing the right things, Because for me, my journey is a little different, right? See, most people they're starting the journey with a very cooked relationship with food. I already conquered my relationship with food before I started cutting. So for me, it was just, oh, I just have to eat less of these foods and nothing else to change. And then, I went from eating out once the blue moon to now we don't do it anymore at all. And that's why the progress has been, crazy. So I tell you guys, when you just decided to go all in, that's when everything changes. Now the weights I see people in the gym, I know like I'm gonna get to that point too. All I need is time because no one's treating their diet correctly. No one's eating the health. So when you do that, that's just gonna make you exceptional. You're gonna be able to move weight and do other things that most people can't do because you take the diet and nutrition part seriously. And that's another thing too. I promise you guys, and I have to keep reiterating it. There's not many people that take this seriously. Most people don't work out, right? Look, let's think about it. Let's be very objective. Most people don't work out, right? People that do work out, they're probably not taking their diet seriously. So someone that takes the diet seriously, works out consistently, and tracks, that's actually probably less than 1%. It's got to be 0.5% of the population. So when you do all those things, you're going to start moving different. I'm telling you. Because back to the point from earlier with the goofy foods, I'm telling you, people are having like, I think there's like, I haven't been in Walmart like forever, but the whole cereal brand. You'll see like there's like Oreo flavored like cereal, and that's the thing too. If you're having cereal first in the morning, all those carbs, no activity, no protein, very cooked. I'm like, it's funny how the standard American breakfast is just carbs, so that you can have brain fog throughout the whole day. You can't focus by design. They know what they're doing, but see, once you're aware, that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. I'm telling you guys, there's peace that comes with when I go to Aldi, I go straight to the ground beef section, and then I might get some bananas, some pineapple. That's it. I'm out. That's it. That's it. It's grocery shopping. It literally takes me 2 minutes. You know how when you're shopping with your mom and it takes like 30, 40 minutes to shop? When you eat this way, it's 2, 3 minutes max. In there, go to ground beef, get some fruits, you might get some rice potatoes, you get out. For me, it's simple. I'm just spamming my farmer's market, and I have a local farmer I go to for eggs and honey and stuff. But it's like that. It's very quick. You shouldn't be in the supermarket that long, looking around for the goofy goober foods and all this. But like, no, like just gotta stay locked in. And I know it sounds crazy, but those foods, it's literal poison. Literally, if you study the science, it's literal mitochondrial poison. Not to mention, it's going to make you diabetic, insulin resistant, metabolic dysfunction. I could go into the science about that and maybe for me, that's why it's so easy now, because I actually understand the science, but I also understand the importance of mastering gluttony and having higher standards. So when you have access to both, it's very easy to stay locked in because okay, that's literal poison. But me having that drink or doing that, that's me losing the gluttony. And what a lot of people don't get is with gluttony and lust, one mistake, it could be fatal. Especially lust. That's why every day you have to kick gluttony's ass. You got to kick lust's ass, like every day. That has to become your standard to do that, where you'll never deviate. If you're gone with some friends, some red wine, maybe a steak, potatoes, that's it. You still stay locked in, going out them. They might order dessert after, but okay, I'm good. I have my water, boom, done. That's it. You can stay locked in. And when you do get to that point, because I'm not that point yet, but when you are that locked in, you probably can get away with the crumble cookie. But like I've been told by people that are locked in and lean, you're not really gonna do that. And if you do, it's once every 6 months. Like literally, it's not gonna be like every other week. How people that want that and don't do the correct things, they think that's not how it works. It has to be every day. That's why I love the saying every day is Monday. Like that's just really powerful. When you really understand what that means, then the you going forward, you going back, that disappears, because okay, if every day is Monday, that means I gotta eat ground beef today, tomorrow, and the next day. There's no break. We just do this every day. And what you're gonna learn is a lot of people, they struggle because they can't eat the same foods every day. But the reason you're struggling to eat the same foods every day is because a part of you is still primarily eating for taste. That part needs to be killed. That old identity that eats for taste has to be completely murdered, slaughtered. You have to. Everyone see Naruto, I love Naruto by the way, but take a Rasengan Shuriken and throw it at your own self and have it explode. Or if you've seen Dragon Ball, Gogeta when he fights Janemba, the Stardust Breaker, throw it at your own self and just watch it disintegrate, because we can't get to our goal again, lean, best version of ourselves, if that version exists. Because it's going to keep colliding and holding you back. That version really has to be killed. You can't. This is another thing too for the community, man. That guy's so good, man. Shout out to him. I love all of them. But if you have so much points on like those fast food apps where you can get a free meal, you're actually cooked. You have to chill. You gotta chill. I get it. Everyone around you probably eats fast food, but you can't use that as an excuse. That's another thing too. I had some old friends, like they would use the environment as an excuse. Trust me, I don't care where I am, because it's a non-negotiable. I'm gonna just find your supermarket. I'm gonna get the ground beef. That's the thing too. And that's funny. The only meals I can cook are eggs and ground beef. I literally probably can't cook anything else, but I know how to make all the foods I know how to eat. So that's all you need, Make potatoes, rice, ground beef, eggs. That's it. And the occasional organs I do. That's it. That's all I need personally. But regardless of where you are, you have to stay locked in, because I don't want to ever go back to the point where I'm using my environment as an excuse. My family people, they don't eat the way I do, but I'm not gonna let that deter me. I'll buy my own food, cook my own food, and stay locked in. A lot of you are in an environment where it should be very easy to stay locked in, eat the right foods, but you keep giving in to the dopamine hits, the instant gratification. You have to understand how much damage that's doing. And I'm telling you, the more you're on this journey, the more you're gonna respect people that are lean, obviously, because you understand like, wow, like, that's something very, very few people can do. Because so much people lose to gluttony on a daily basis, and that's why their waist is 40. There are women that weigh more than me. Mind you, I'm 179 pounds. There are women that 40 pounds heavier than me, but I'm a foot taller than them. Just I don't have to say anymore. If you don't think that's cooked, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think that's cooked, I need you to track your calories because your waist might be double mine. Actually, no, because if you had what is 28? That'd be 56. Nah, you might be dead. I'm sure people with a 56-inch waist, but yeah, I don't think you want to have that large a waist. So yeah, stay locked in, track your foods, do all the right things. I'm telling you that everyone else that you know is telling you, and the things that you truly know you should be doing because this shit's not a game. Like gluttony will quite literally kill you if you let it consume you, literally. And with how all these foods are designed, so that's the thing. These foods are not designed to have in moderation. And this is why I don't snack. Let me tell you. I don't snack because if I have one gummy bear, I'm eating 5 bags minimum. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Especially when you're active and you could easily eat that. No problem. But because I know I'm gonna do that, I'm not gonna have one. And I had a former friend, but it was also like this. You see the chip aisles in Walmart, he's gonna go fucking crazy. But you know yourself the best. If you see goofy foods, you're gonna eat them, then fucking have someone shop for you. Shit, my mic fell, oops. But if you know you're just type to eat goofy foods, have someone shop for you. Just put some system in place where you're not gonna fold, like something. But you know how you are. So if you're the type, see me, I know myself. I'm not eating one Oreo. I'm gonna eat the whole bag. So I'm just not gonna have any because that's gonna put me way over calories. And that's another thing too. I see why tracking is so important because if you binge for like one day and go like 2,000-3,000 over calories, you're setting yourself like a month back. That shit's crazy. That's why it's so nuanced, but it's consistent inputs daily. That's powerful too. That's why, okay, for me, and it's something from like retention and just getting more in line, but it's gonna make you want to do difficult things. So I naturally decide, okay, yeah, I'm getting lean. I haven't cut before, and this is something difficult. And spiritually, I know, okay, it's gonna help me master gluttony. If I can master gluttony, I'll master lust too, and I can master other parts of myself, and I can use this to, change the world and all this other stuff. So when I thought like that, yeah, it was very simple to cut, because that's how important it is, guys. I'm telling you, it's some anime shit. Literally, it is some anime shit. It's something straight out of Naruto. I'm telling you. That's what you have to track. You gotta eat. You gotta hit your protein goal. Hit the gym. All these things. I know it's the bare minimum, but people aren't doing the bare minimum. So when you do the bare minimum consistently, that makes you exceptional, extraordinary. Literally, that's how low the bar is. And it's really crazy. But the more I think about it, yeah, the bar is actually. What's that, like the bars in hell, or the bar is really like the bar is literally like on the floor. Because what people don't get is Instagram and that's not reality. People are not in shape. People are not in shape. You go to Walmart. I love my black queens, but all these Walmart moms with the bonnet, the 40-inch waist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. With the EBT cards, I know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's the norm. Especially that's black queens. I'm sorry. Now I have to tell you guys this because just are overweight. They're not thick. They weigh more than me. They're 200 pounds, but they're 5'4". They're an offensive lineman. They're fat. They're fat. They're not. That's not slim thick. That's not even thick. That's objectively morbidly obese. Someone has to say it because that's reality. But this whole body positivity movement, all this other nonsense, it's really cooked this. Because they need to be told, like, if you don't lock in, you're gonna die. Like, gluttony has such control over you that you probably weigh more than two people combined. You know, like that's not, especially as a woman, that's not okay. 'Cause you have even less muscle mass. We have to be better. The standards can't be that low. That's why you gotta stay locked in. But yeah, guys, that's the rant. It wasn't really a rant, but one of these I'll probably make an actual rant. Something's probably gonna trigger me because I find now it's not like I get irritated. But I'm like, damn, like no, the bar can't be that low. But yeah, guys, stay locked in. Stay blessed. If you made it this far into the video, what is the most goofiest food that you've seen? Or maybe that you've consumed, or just seen like a picture or something, you know, or maybe a girl had you eat or whatever, because, you know, all bitches are foodies. But anyways, yeah, guys, stay blessed. Stay locked in. Let's upload tonight. We got another upload coming tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Stay locked in, guys. Let's get it.